Welcome. Happy New Year, 6th of January, very early in the year. Originally, this webinar was scheduled for early December, but unfortunately, I got the luck of catching COVID infection, so I was not able to present to you on that date. Luckily enough, I recovered well, so today here I am, together with my colleague Hans, and we are going to tell you to give you an update on everything that's happening within Carerix and our product team. My name is Bo Stevens. I'm a product owner at Carerix for almost 5.5 years now, I believe, if I'm counting correctly. I'm responsible for basically the core Carerix application. Before I joined Carerix, I've been working as a recruiter within the government of the Netherlands, the Dutch government. Yeah, that's for myself as an introduction. Hans, maybe you can briefly introduce yourself as well.
Yes, thank you. I can't get my video working actually. Maybe you need to allow me, but it doesn't really matter. Yes. Anyway, Hans Rook here, working also around 8 years now for Carerix, and the last 3 years of those were as a product owner within our product development team. My main focus within Carerix is building solutions with partners and seamlessly integrate them into Carerix. So yes, happy to do this webinar today, and let's start.
Yeah, some general notices up front. The length of this webinar is approximately 45 minutes. We try to stick below, but there is a lot to tell, so that also takes a bit of time. Questions, of course, are welcome, but we're probably not able to answer them during the presentation, but please feel free to do so. Please use the Q&A in Zoom. You can find it in the bottom bar, and we try to answer them at the end of the session. If we are not able to answer them, we will try to get back to you directly after the session. Yeah, what's on the menu today? What are the topics that we will talk about? Briefly, we will talk about product and development vision. So how do we look at our product and how you as our customers use it? And what are the innovation and development teams Carerix currently applies? As well as what development and new products and features are connected to those innovation and development teams. So that's basically, I think, the most important takeaway from this presentation. What can you expect, or what already is available for you as a Carerix customer? Yeah, I always say, like, when I start my working day, like every day, everything we do should be aligned with our vision and with the idea that we should make life a bit easier or better, or how you want to name it, for the recruiter that's using Carerix. And if you want to catch that in one sentence, then you might say that recruitment and staffing agencies should choose Carerix to faster source, select, and hire the best candidates with less resources. And with everything we do, that should be the underlying reason we actually do what we do. And if you translate that to a product development vision, then it's always good to mention that for a longer period of time we apply the agile method of product development. Won't elaborate too much on that, but what's interesting to say is that we try to apply the build, measure, and learn loop, which pertains to the cyclical process of turning ideas into products. basically we talk to you as a customer, try to understand your problems and your challenges, build something and bring that to you as a customer, and then try to learn from the behaviors and again your feedback to adapt again the product and to in the end have something that really contributes to a better user experience. Yeah, as mentioned, what are the innovation themes that Carerix adheres to currently? There are 5. It's automation, it's communication, it's search and match, it's user experience, and it's also data and dashboarding. I have to say that those themes can have some overlap. For example, there will be a lot of automation in both in the communication theme and also in the search and match theme, which Hans comes to speak about a lot in the upcoming 30 minutes. But we see that automation is picking up pace dramatically, especially since the start of the pandemic. I don't know if there is really a correlation with the pandemic, but we see both with our customers, but also in the broader market of IT that automations for organizations become more and more important. And that's understandable because automations will enable you to stay away as a human being from work that is repetitive and not very efficient. And it will make sure that you will be able to put your time and your effort as a human being in that part of the work that really makes yourself that you're really good at as a human being. So that's what I wanted to say. If we look at the topic of automation, then within the core Carerix, I am currently very busy to work on a feature that's called Webhooks. Maybe it's good to tell you first that within Carerix, of course, there is already a lot of basic automation possible. That's what we call the triggers. So it's already possible to build workflows based on triggers, or to let the system automatically change information in your database based on user actions. But what we try to achieve with Webhooks is that to enable Carerix also to have workflows that go beyond Carerix into integrated systems, for example. So we're trying to enable an advanced way of automation and workflow building with Carerix and outside Carerix. Nice catch with Webhooks is that we also make the use of our APIs. We can make the use of our APIs a bit more efficient, because it will be possible to actually notify consumers of those webhooks of changes, which makes it not necessary anymore to ask our API if something has changed. And that's in this picture, that's basically illustrated a little bit. Instead of calling Carerix to ask for a change, Carerix will call you or your system, integrated system, to tell that something has changed, which makes development with the Carerix API much more efficient. Yeah, I said workflow building. This the screenshot you see is an example of Flowwise, and that's a building workflow builder, and we used it with marketing automation tool SharpSpring. Hans will tell you more about marketing automation later, but it's an example of advanced automation and workflow building that enables you to actually write out in a diagram, as you can see, what actions automatically can be done in case of what events. And in the end, it will take away work from the recruiter like a real assistant, and the recruiter will be able to put time and effort in that part of the recruitment work that really is in his power, so to say. Hans.
Yes, thank you. I still don't have my video on yet. Maybe you can check Zoom settings if it's possible to do that. If not, then let's continue. So Yeah, first topic on automation I want to share is the connection with mid or back office systems. Well, of course, the story of automation is to prevent manual tasks of repetitive tasks, so you can save time and efficiency with connections with mid and back office. That's where a lot of data is transferred. Data from placements you created in Carerix, which you want to send to mid or back office systems, where you can do your contracting, billing, salary, that kind of stuff. But also the other way around, get information back from mid and back office, like the end date of a placement, or a new status, or a new phone number of a candidate, etc. In Holland, we connected with the big parties like Exact, HelloFlex, EasyFlex. We did that with partner Solid. I know this is an international webinar, and I saw in the attendees list there, I think if I go on the names, there's a few German attendees and a few Belgian attendees today. And actually, there's not a lot of attendees today, but that is probably to do with a holiday. So German attendees, thank you that you joined today. Anyway, in the Belgian market, we also connected with EasyPay, Bright, and Prato as mid and back office systems. And yeah, we see in each country, because of specific rules and regulations and laws, there are different players on that mid and back office systems. So let's go quickly to the next slide, which is candidate automation templates. Yeah. Communication with your candidates or contacts is something you basically do every day. And to make this easier and to automate processes, we started with a partner Mingo to deliver templates, which you can first off do to build customized apply pages or application pages, customized easy candidate profile enrichments, and also an appointment planner. Basically, these are web pages you can look on your desktop or mobile, and basically you can use these web pages standalone or combined together to first have a candidate land on a customized apply page. Then when he applies, offer him a candidate profile enrichment page where he can add some details on his application, maybe answer some killer questions, and at the end offer him an appointment planner where you can schedule a meeting with the recruiter himself. So these are standalone or in combination, and you can also integrate them with a portal. Maybe you already work with a candidate or client portal or HR portal. A lot of customers do. You can integrate these pages into those, but you can also, as I said, use them standalone. Next slide, please. And this is an example of how schedule a meeting a slide would look like. And please excuse me that I didn't translate it, this one and next one yet. Most of the other slides will be English. Next slide, please. Oh, no, sorry. And this is the flow I just described. So from left to right, apply page, application, then some killer questions or profile enrichment questions, then schedule your meeting, and the availability of the recruiter's agenda will be held or will be done in Carerix. So the Carerix has his agenda, the recruiter has his agenda in Carerix. There he defines on which dates, on which times he is available for interviews, and this will be shown to the candidate or contact. No, to the candidate. Thank you. Next one, please.
And that brings us to the next innovation theme, which is communication. And a lot about communication is also about automation, as already mentioned. But why we chose communication as an innovation theme to develop and innovate on is because we see that the preferred way of communicating is really shifting, or already has shifted away from traditionally calling or emailing towards instant messaging via, for example, WhatsApp. So what we try to do within Carerix, our goal is to create in the end to have a hub where all these ways of communication come together. As you know, we already have the activity tab, which is basically available in any record. And which purpose is to gather all forms of communication that took place with the candidate. So emails, if you use VoIP calling, also incoming and outgoing calls can be logged. Task notes and also meetings are displayed there. But what we would like to achieve is that this activity tab gets a more prominent place within the application. So that's something for the future. And I think Hans, you have some very nice updates with regard to WhatsApp for Business that have been achieved in the last year, that are basically available for customers if you are interested in that. But first, I think we got to talk about the portals project. I don't know if you have any attendees that use portals, but anyway, it's
probably because I think half of our customers use portals in their daily process. So with the 8 attendees, probably 4 of you work with either a professional candidate portal, client portal, or supply portal. And yes, these portals are used for communication with candidates or contacts about vacancies, about suggested matches, about approving candidates, or about writing your timesheets or approving timesheets. We have built these portals, I think, 3 years ago, and now it's time to move them to a next technical platform, which helps us to improve user experience, to also stay secure and to stay future-proof. We started with the migration of our first clients on our current portals in December. And this will be a big project this quarter to get as much clients as possible over to our new portals, which will look different because they would look fresh and they just look better. They offer same functionality and they also are priced the same. So this doesn't change for customers, but you can do a lot more with it. And the templates I just discussed are built on the same Mingo platform. Mingo is our partner, which we build these portals with. So these templates I just discussed, that those can be integrated into your portals as well. So yeah, basically better user experience, more options to customize your pages. Now, if you want to add a custom field or leave out some details, you need us basically. In the future, you can do it yourself and you can do it very easily. So much more flexible. And I hope that we move our customers as soon as possible to the new platform. Then about marketing communication. We see that customers more and more are hiring dedicated marketeers, where a couple of years ago, staffing or agencies had maybe one marketeer. Now it's they have a marketing team, because reaching out to your candidate and getting them to your website or offering them the right message, it's very, very important, especially in the market or candidate-driven market. it's quite hard to find candidates, as you all know. And marketing tools just have become quite common in recruitment. And tools like HubSpot or SharpSpring are used more and more by our customers. So what we did is we connected those tools with Carerix. So you have the same data, or you can have the same data in your Carerix as in your HubSpot. So, for example, when you link Carerix to HubSpot and you synchronize that information, like status or match phase or the history of a placement, you can make optimal use of this marketing tool. And because you know more about the candidate in HubSpot, you can offer him the right page, the right campaign, or the right message when he is on your website. We build that with our partner Send to Deliver, and Send to Deliver can also give advice on how to make most of your marketing automation tool. And yeah, that's it for marketing automation. Then calendar sync and calendar UI. This is something we want to do already for a long time, to replace our current calendar with a better looking calendar in Carerix, but maybe more important also to fix calendar sync issues we have with recurring events and with events that have multiple attendees. Well, Bo is working with the UI changes, and there will be a slide later on. And you will see those changes in your Carerix very, very soon. And well, I am working on the specific part, the specific calendar part. And we also will present it in a new UI, user interface. But we will sync it with Google, with Microsoft or Apple, and improve that sync. Quite a complex project, to be honest. And we won't deliver it 100% in Q1. We will deliver step by step, and we start with this in this quarter. Yeah, of course, calendar, it must be 100% correct. What's next? After we finish calendar and calendar UI, we will also integrate scheduling. So creating a meeting with your contact or candidate, similar to the functionality of the candidate automation templates I just showed, but we also will be building a scheduler from the Carerix agenda directly, which you can use directly. And you see here actually the screenshot of how it will look like in the future. Okay, next slide, please. Yeah, and then WhatsApp for Business. Well, I see there's 3 types of WhatsApp usage. You have the WhatsApp for desktop. You can use that a long time already with Carerix. If you see a phone number, you click on it and your WhatsApp desktop opens. WhatsApp for Business with templates. This you can use, I think, maybe 1.5 years now, maybe a bit shorter. But anyway, this is the flow where you send an email template from Carerix, which is it is translated into WhatsApp message to a candidate. You can do this in bulk, and responses on that WhatsApp message will be put into your Carerix pack. So, like a use case for that would be, you have 100 candidates and you want to know if they are available. So you select these 100 candidates. You select the email template, which you call WhatsApp, which has the name WhatsApp availability, and directly these 100 candidates get a WhatsApp with a question, hey, are you available? They can press yes or no, or they can type yes or no. And these responses are put back into your Carerix system as a text, but also as a change of a status. You can also see this in the consent. If you have your consent of candidates in the system, you can use it. Now, there are multiple use cases for that. Job alert is another one. And yeah, the feedback we get from customers that it really improves the communication with customers or candidates. It's faster and you get a lot more response because it's just easier as a candidate to click on yes, I'm available on your website or on your WhatsApp instead of having to reply to an email, for example. Okay, so this is the second, and then the third one, it's the WhatsApp for Business inbox or live chat. And yeah, here you see this screenshot. It's available, and what this is a dashboard where you can actually show the chat and actually also live chat with a candidate. You can do this from the candidate detail page. So you open one candidate and you start a conversation with that one candidate. But you can also open the dashboard, and there you see all chats with candidates from also your colleagues. And you can pick a chat and do the communication for your colleague. So it's basically a dashboard where you see all communication at that moment with all customers or candidates. We built this with our partner Jaboti, and we started I think 2 or 3 customers in December on this new technology, and it's a really cool way to automate and communicate with your target groups. Okay.
Yeah. Then the next innovation theme, search and match. Basically, that's the reason of existence for Carerix or for any recruitment system. I think that's why you as a customer will use our product to find and search for suitable candidates and select them on the job orders that you're working on, match them. And also here we see that basically in the area of automation, a lot has been improved in the last couple of, at least in the last year. There are a lot of solutions available to automate and to let your recruitment system work as a real assistant in, for example, the fields of assisted matching or even automated matching. So Carerix integrated with for a longer period of time already for Textkernel, but I think two other new kids on the block, so to say, there in the field. That's the MatchBox and Economy. And Hans, you work closely together with them in integrating. So also there you're very well able to tell the benefits of having such an engine in your Carerix system.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, correct. We work with MatchBox, Economy, and Economy is not a new kit. We intensified working with them recent years, but they offer functionality or they exist already a long time. The MatchBox, the first slide here, is indeed a new kit on the block, and what these search and match solutions all have in common is they want to faster, or they want to find the right candidates faster and help you with that, and to switch from manual search, which you do when you go to Carerix and you search yourself with Searchline, to assistant searching. Assistant is when you open the MatchBox screen or your Textkernel screen or your Economy screen, and you see based on the vacancy details already a short list on the best fitting candidates. And the next step is fully automated searching, which delivers every day new automated which delivers you every day the best fitting candidates on your vacancies. And this last step is also very interesting, because what happens if you when you search for candidates today, and tomorrow a colleague enters a new candidate in your system which actually fits 100%. If you don't start searching tomorrow, then well, you will not find them, except if you would have automated matching configured, because then this 100% fit would be brought to you. So yeah, but the MatchBox, they build their own search engine, search criteria, and they deliver these matches into your Carerix system in your iframe, but they can also deliver them via external parties. Also, they work with Djibouti, so they can also, yeah, Job Digger, but also Djibouti.
Sorry.
But you're right, they work with Job Digger. With Job Digger, they work because Job Digger offers the vacancy database in the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. So what Job Digger does is they have this set of all available vacancies, and what they work together like this. The MatchBox can search through those vacancies, and if they find a vacancy that is fitting with the candidate in your Carerix system, then a match is created, and the match can be brought to the recruiter. And what I want to say about Djibouti is that we can also bring this match to the candidate. So if you have a candidate in your system and the MatchBox engine finds a vacancy that is a fit, then we can automatically deliver WhatsApp messages to that candidate that, hey, you are in the system, in our system, but we find a suiting vacancy for you. So you see, in general, you see all these partners closer and closer working together and getting their specific solution in the recruitment process connected to other processes. And this really is a nice trend to follow. And I think in 2 years' time, everybody will be using fully automated flows. And nobody, well, I think manual searching will be exceptional. Okay, so let's go to the next. This is a slide of the Job Digger interface. And on the right, in the red block, you see top matches, which are put there by the MatchBox. So here you see the integration of those two partners inside the actual Job Digger iframe in Carerix here. Okay. And autonomy, well, as I said, all these these search and match solutions have similar goals, and which is to help you with search and match the right candidate, the most suited candidate for your vacancies, or find the best fitting vacancy for your candidates. They do that in Netherlands and Belgium mainly. And Autonomy works not with Job Digger, but they work with the German tool of adverse data, which is or index/adverse data, which is a job order database. They also work with another partner, which is called Tracy, and Tracy is a software solution which detects soft skills, automatically detects the soft skills of a candidate based on the way he writes text and the way he writes job in CVs or job applications. Okay. And this is our longtime partner, Textkernel, Search and Match. They have search, and they also have Textkernel Job Feed, which is equivalent of Job Digger and index adverse data. And the text kernel also searches over other channels like LinkedIn and Monsterboard. Okay. Yeah, then the LinkedIn Recruiter seat and the connection we have there. Lots of recruiters work on LinkedIn for searching candidates and also work on LinkedIn Recruiter seat or LinkedIn Recruiter seat Lite. And we have Carerix have their own plugin on Chrome plugin on LinkedIn, but that only works with the normal page of LinkedIn. It doesn't work with the LinkedIn Recruiter. We solved this issue. Well, we have customers that asked for us about it a lot, and so it is basically an issue. But we solved this with our partner Simple Recruiter. They offer a Chrome add-on which does work on the LinkedIn Recruiter seat or the seat Lite. It also works on Indeed and Werk.nl and also Facebook. But main important channel is the recruiter seat, and it's quite similar functionality as our own Chrome extension. So if you're on a page, you see if the candidate is already in your Carerix database. If not, you can add it to your database. You can also change stuff like status of that candidate or match it to a vacancy. So you don't need to leave your recruiter seat to add and match a candidate into your Carerix database. And this is available since December last year.
You want to say something about it?
No, this is a screenshot. No, that's okay.
Okay, that brings me to the fourth innovation theme. That's the user experience. Yeah, as Hans already mentioned, that's basically one of the focus areas we are currently working on with our core development, making sure that the core application gets a makeover. We are working on it for a couple of months now, and are basically on the verge of pushing the first changes to production environments, as we call that. That will be happening next week for a first group of customers. I don't know if your systems will be amongst them, but we strive for doing it for all customers on a very short term. But what we try to achieve here is that we can drive the user experience to decrease user actions again, so make life a bit easier for the recruiter during their day-to-day operations. That means less clicks, clear screens that are easy for the eye and have a modern look and feel, and also by changing little things in the UI, we try to make the tool feel more like a real recruitment assistant. And also part of this project, that will not be in a very short time, is to have more clear and effective recruiter dashboards within the system. So what you're looking at here is like what we call a mock-up. There are a couple of flaws into it, but it gives you a direction on where we are heading towards. It will not be a one-time change. We will change in small steps. And the first change that will be pushed will be a change into the look and feel of the detail screens. And we will iterate in small steps, as explained at the beginning of this presentation as well, to catch flaws in an early stage, and not to change everything at once. That's also something we know from experience that's not always appreciated by the end users. So, but yeah, with the fresh look and feel, we hope to stay attractive to all the users we have, and also for future customers, of course. That brings me to Last topic we will talk about, and looking at time, it's already like 40 minutes that we are talking, so it's about time. It's the data and dashboarding. Also here we see a big appetite. That's not necessarily something from the last year, but this also from start of the pandemic, working from home. The need to have clear management data presented in a nice way, dramatically increased. So we have been working together with Hans, mainly I have to say, as working together with Arco, our head of product as well. I have to mention him here, to come up with a solution for business intelligence and Carerix. Yeah, Hans, please tell us more about it.
Yeah. So yeah, we offer two solutions. One is the data source for customers that have their own BI tool. They already have Power BI or Click, and they just need the Carerix data to load into their system and to develop their own dashboards with. For that purpose, we offer the data source, which is a daily fresh export of the most important Carerix recruitment data. It's prepared to be used in all common BI tools. And I think within a short period, we already have about 100 customers working with that data source. So yeah, it's a proof that quite a lot of customers actually are busy with business intelligence. For those customers that don't have their BI tool chosen yet, but they do want to start, we created, together with Active Professionals, our partner, we created a set of plug-and-play dashboards on the most important recruitment topics we see. And these are ready to go. These topics are activity. So activity dashboarding, how many notes, how many calls, how many changes of statuses, etc. Candidate dashboard, what's your new candidates, comparison to last year's, sources, where do your candidates come from, etc. Finance dashboards, if you have your financing Carerix, placement dashboards, time to hire and time. And underneath these groups, there are multiple dashboards again. So around 16 dashboards in total we offer. These are two examples of how this looks like in Click. And yeah, as I said, these are plug and play generic dashboards for our customers, and with your own data, of course. What we did last year, end of last year, is copied these dashboards into Power BI. It sounds simple, but well, we needed to build them from scratch in Power BI, but they are available. So if you are a Microsoft user and you have or want to start with Power BI dashboards, we have a solution for that as well, and we can bring you the dashboards we created as files which you can upload in your Power BI, and also help you how to do that with consultancy. Actually, we don't do that, but our partner Active Professional can do that, because yeah, we don't think we are a business intelligence expert. We're also not a marketing automation expert. No, we do think we are a recruitment expert. So that's why we work together with those partners and help customers with those partners. So yeah, I think this is the last slide. We can go to the takeaways.
Yeah, so and then we will briefly have a look at possible questions. So it's where I have no view on the questions yet. So if you have been asking questions a lot, I don't know. I will see in a moment. yeah, what are the takeaways of this presentation? I think in the field of marketing communication, the integrations with HubSpot and SharpSpring, which are already available and that can be used if you're interested in pick up your game with marketing automation. That's together with Carerix. That's I think very good to know that those are two parties that can help you with that. What I basically did not mention, but which came recently available, is the possibility to initiate Microsoft Teams meetings from meetings in Carerix. It's the first iteration, so and it's basically for internal use, so for the internal organization to set Teams meetings, but we will enhance that in the near future with possibilities to easily share it with your candidates or contacts as well. And it really enables you to easily create those Microsoft Teams meetings from Carerix, so you do not have to switch to your Outlook or Office 365 anymore. I'll show you the WhatsApp Business Live Chat, which is available in cooperation with our partner Djibouti, the Power BI dashboards, and the Simple Recruiter module as well. And in the fields of search and match, economy, the MatchBox, and they are available, as well as text kernel search, which nowadays also comes with the possibility to automatically parse basic candidate information from incoming CVs for new candidates, which means that when a candidate applies, Carerix automatically can take, for example, the contact details with help of text kernel. Job Digger Insights was mentioned, and also the data source and click dashboards in general, and of course the updates for the user interface that are upcoming. I told you about the webhooks. The calendar sync is what Hans is working on, and the calendar scheduling. Those are very concrete things that will come your way, hopefully sooner than later. I will stop screen sharing now to see if there are any questions.
No questions.
There are no questions I hear. That's clear. The webinar is recorded and will be distributed also for the people that could not attend this session. Customer cases can be found on our website, and you will receive a feedback form to give us some feedback on this session. What would you like to hear next time? And if you need any more information on the topics that have been discussed, check that with your customer success management representative, and you can reach them out personally or via the general customer success at carerix.com email address. Well, I think from my side, that was a very nice kickoff of the new year. I hope you enjoyed as well. It only leaves me with again wishing you a very happy new year with lots of success, and hope to talk to you again at a later stage. Thank you very much.